This week in Jamaica Now. George Wright is back with the JLP. Is Jamaica in an economic recession? A rights group is alarmed at police killings. The National Security Minister rejects claims the force is a death squad. And chaos in Portmore as PNP and JLP supporters clash over parish talks. I'm Jovan Johnson and this is Jamaica Now. Westmoreland Central MP George Wright has rejoined the ruling Jamaica Labour Party JLP after resigning in 2021 amid domestic abuse allegations. He declared his return at a JLP youth meeting in the parish on Sunday.
Westmoreland in general love this member of parliament. Labour rights. This member of parliament is valuable to the Jamaica Labour Party.
I was out there in the pavilion. I'm back with the team.
The JLP later confirmed his reinstatement, citing what it called mitigating actions. Mr. Wright had resigned following the public outcry over a viral video showing a man beating a woman with a stool. He and a woman filed separate complaints, but they never pursued the case. Mr. Wright later married the woman. Meanwhile, the opposition People's National Party has labelled the JLP's decision as a betrayal of all women across Jamaica, particularly victims of domestic abuse. Nikisha Burchell, the party's Deputy General Secretary, said Mr. Wright's reinstatement is a declaration that politics matters more than justice. Generation 2000 G2K, the JLP's young professional affiliate, hit back at the PNP. It says issues of gender-based violence and rehabilitation are too serious to be addressed in politically opportunistic manners. It accused the women of the PNP of being what it called eerily silent when several of their own were arrested and charged with serious alleged criminal acts of physical violence. A stakeholders meeting on Portmore's proposed parish status descended into chaos on Tuesday night as tensions flared between supporters of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party JLP and the opposition People's National Party PNP. Portmore Mayor Leon Thomas has accused JLP supporters of disrupting the meeting with pre-planned intimidation tactics. Video footage shows Mr. Thomas forcibly removing a placard from a woman. And St. Catherine East Central MP Orlando Terrelong has dismissed Mr. Thomas's claims as misleading, accusing the mayor of spreading political propaganda and labelling residents who support parish status as agitators. A video also shows persons chanting "Shame on you" at Mr. Terrelong.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
The PNP opposes the government's approach to making Portmore Jamaica's 15th parish, calling it political gerrymandering, and have pointed to comments from JLP MP Everald Warmington in November 2023.
When we take Portmore off of St. Catherine, it's a different ballgame across there. We have 41 seats, now 42 seats. Out of these 42, PNP, you have 12 in Portmore. We won 2, they won 10. Yet they won the St. Catherine Parish Council by 1 seat. 1 seat if though they carry 10 from Portmore. Now, give them back them PNP 10. Leave us alone over here. And it means that under no circumstances PNP can ever win the St. Catherine Parish Council again. Never again.
The government has rejected the PNP's allegation. The bill has passed the House of Representatives and awaits Senate approval. The Planning Institute of Jamaica PIOJ says Jamaica is not in a recession, despite confirming 2 consecutive quarters of economic decline. GDP fell 1.8% from October to December 2024, following a 3.5% drop in the previous quarter. That outcome fits the widely accepted definition of an economic recession. But PIOJ Director General Dr. Wayne Henry says it is still not enough to declare a recession. At a media briefing this week, he said other factors such as employment levels have to be considered.
The unemployment rate for October 2024 is 3.5%, and employers have also lamented challenges and shortages in filling some vacant positions. This suggests that despite the temporary contraction in output, the labour market continues to remain robust and may be considered a lead indicator of a return to growth in the short term. This is also supported by the most recent data on business and consumer confidence levels, which indicate positive sentiments by both consumers and businesses regarding current and future economic prospects. It is therefore the PIOJ's assessment that the Jamaican economy, though facing a downturn in economic output, is not in a recession.
Dr. Henry attributed the downturn in the economy to hurricane-related disruptions impacting agriculture, utilities and manufacturing. He expects growth to resume in the January to March quarter. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness called on Jamaica's tourism workers to vote with the same confidence in his government as foreign investors have shown in the tourism sector, pointing to a €500 million investment by Palladium Hotel Group. General elections are due by September, and the ruling JLP is seeking a third straight term in office. At the groundbreaking ceremony for the Grand Palladium Hotel in Hanover on Tuesday, Dr. Holness emphasized that the development will create around 1,500 construction jobs and 5,600 direct and indirect employment opportunities.
Businesses vote by not just putting up the buildings because they can't take it up back. It's here. But they vote by expanding employment, by making a commitment to the people of the country for income from the investment. And I see where the direct employment will go as high as about 1,500 during the construction phase and probably about 5,600 direct and induced employment as a result of this expansion. That's a big vote on Jamaica. It's clear businesses feel that the macroeconomic indicators are going in the right direction.
His appeal comes months after a wave of protests by workers gripped the sector last year. The workers demanded better conditions, including more pay. Cabinet Minister and the JLP Treasurer Daryl Vaz has denied social media claims linking him to the sale of a building formerly occupied by Fraud-Hit Stocks and Securities Limited (SSL). Mr. Vaz called the accusations lies being spread allegedly by activists of the opposition PNP. He explained Thursday that businessman Christopher Borman, his daughter-in-law's father, bought the property from SSL in 2013 and later transferred it to his children in 2023. Mr. Vaz said he had no involvement and only learned of the transactions from social media posts on Thursday. The SSL fraud scandal involving $30 million in client losses is back in the spotlight after Sprint legend Usain Bolt criticized the government for not doing enough to address the issue. His company was allegedly defrauded of at least $6.2 million. Only one person has been charged in the matter so far. Former People's National Party Member of Parliament Jolyon Silvera is to stand a trial for the alleged murder of his wife Melissa on January 12 next year. It was initially reported that the 42-year-old woman died in her sleep from natural causes in November 2023. However, an autopsy later revealed that she died from gunshot wounds. Rights group Jamaicans for Justice JFJ is alarmed at the sharp rise in fatal police shootings, with 50 deaths recorded so far in 2025, 163% higher than the similar period last year. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, a state body that probes police killings, said there were 19 murders for the similar period in 2024. JFJ's Executive Director Michael Jackson cautioned that Jamaica risks backsliding into a time when security force accountability was weak, which she said was before INDECOM was established in 2010.
The surge in security force fatal shootings has reached an alarming and quite frankly intolerable number. JFJ makes no pronouncements that these matters are all extrajudicial killings because we deal and look at these situations on a case-by-case basis. However, there are concerns to be had. When we look at the INDECOM press releases and the INDECOM's incident reports as they report them, we see a standard line. No body-worn cameras were recorded as being issued or worn by the officers.
JFJ's concern came a day after National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang dismissed extrajudicial killings concerns, asserting that the police remain intelligence-driven in their crime-fighting efforts. Speaking on Wednesday at the handing over of 274 vehicles to the police force, Dr. Chang said he was confident that the police have the capabilities to find criminals.
Wherever they go, we'll find them and we'll bring them in, one way or the other. Whether we bring them in the pickup that come behind us in the car, I don't want to come on a stretcher. It's their business. I don't promise that, right? But we'll find them and bring them in. And I think they need to understand that the base of any successful hard policing is that you know the criminals, you go for them. So you don't impair the rights of anyone. We do it without SOE as well. The commissioners have initiated a thing called focused deterrence. It's not a hit squad we have here. That used to be that's things of the past you can write in history. Structure that identifies individuals who are involved in criminal activity.
Taxi operator Delroy Rodney has avoided prison after pleading guilty to causing the deaths of 5 passengers in a 2023 crash. Justice Courtney Day sentenced him to 18 months suspended for 3 years, sparking disappointment from victims' families. Sabrina Marshall, whose mother, 54-year-old Janet Thompson, died in the crash, said her family is shocked the taxi operator received no prison time. Mr. Rodney was also banned from driving for 3 years and ordered to pay $500,000 per victim. Mr. Rodney, a deacon in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, expressed remorse, with his attorney saying he lost control while swerving to avoid another vehicle before crashing into a truck. The judge noted that while the court had to send a message, Mr. Rodney had a clean record and had pleaded guilty early in the matter. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner, and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, turn on the notification, and subscribe today. I'm Jovan Johnson.